Okay, we are recording, guys. We are here. Now, this time it's given me 19 minutes to record. It's weird how random YouTube is. Let me turn this just a tad. How's that? Got the nice window in the background here, and for some reason, I'm not really showing up so good. Okay, here we go. So, welcome to today's All Things Music. And I hope you can see me okay. I don't know why it's changing like that. But it's Saturday, the 29th of January, 2022. And we've been coming here every Wednesday and Saturday. And I've been asking for some of your questions and different things that you would like to have discussed. And I'm poking around a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of feedback, and I'm hoping that you guys will pick up more and more as you see that I'm going to be here regularly, and I will address your questions. And this is something that I'm seeing now. There's musicians that have been around a long time that with the pandemic and all the lockdowns and everything all over, that they've kind of taken a back seat to the music, to being out there. Shows they had booked, tours they had booked, studio sessions they had ready to go. Whatever it was, it all kind of came to a halt in March of 2020, and now we're going into February 2022. So you've got the longtime musicians, and then you got the musicians that back in March of 2020. You figure March, Christmas time, people got instruments and they're learning to play and they're making progress and they want to get out there and start playing. So, this will be for both sides of that. This will be for seasoned musicians like myself who have been around a long time. I'll be 51 in March, and I've been playing drums and writing songs since high school. So, today's topic is, and this is where I'm going to, is that, some of the feedback that I've seen has been about, okay, how do I get back out there? Now that I've had all this time off, how do you do this now? What do I got to do to start over? Because for a lot of us, it's like when you're married for 30 years, 20 years, and your spouse dies, and then you got to go back out if you want to find somebody again, and you got to go through all the dating and stuff again. Excuse me, I still got that cold. So it's kind of like you're starting over in a way, and so what do you do? And so this video is for both of you guys, the one starting out and the one that's been around, but you kind of forgot how to begin. So the first thing is, either way, I would hope, like for myself, that over the last couple of years, even though we're locked down, might have put on a couple pounds, but hopefully we've also been picking up our instrument, besides just finding good things to eat and watch on streaming. But hopefully we're picking up our instruments and we're learning and we're practicing still and going forward with that. And maybe we have material that we want to record. Or for the beginning musician, that you've gotten some things down now, you've got some chops, so it's time that then you can go and put them to use. So this is going to be for you also. Now, what do you do? So where do I go to find people to jam with and play with? Well, that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. And there's different things that you can do. And this is how I did it. I'll tell you my experience and walk you through it so that you can maybe use this. But I see this a lot among musicians. I do a lot of background before I do these videos, even the short videos. I have multiple pages written of notes. So the first thing I would say is, and this is what I did also, you want to make sure that you have something, that you have it together, and that you have a sound, and that you've learned some songs. And if you are smart, and if you are like me, you will record when you jam, even just yourself, because you never know what is going to come out. When you do that, hold on to that, because a good demo which is short for demonstration, of your playing is good to have. Whether it's a clip on your phone. A lot of these videos come out and YouTubers will come out and say, you have to have this piece of equipment and that fancy camera and this $100, this, that, and the other, and $1,000 mixer and what. No, you don't. Record it on your phone, just showing that how you play, what you sound like, what your skill level. It'll convey your skill level, but it could be raw. It could be by yourself. It could be just you jamming. Have your stereo on in the background and play. Jamming with somebody else. Whatever it is, just have a few of those that you can show. Then the second thing is, before you even go farther, would be to, now you've got some stuff recorded. You've got your sound and your vibe, for lack of a better word, and now you want to get out there. But there's one more thing you need, and that is to step two would be, know what it is that you want to play. What kind of a band do you want to be in? Are you primarily a metalhead? Then you're going to want to find other people that like that genre. Know your genre. Know what you want to do. Know, are you just looking to play local shows? Maybe you have a lot of places close to home and you're cool with just playing there. Do you want to play longer distance from home shows? Do you want to be in the studio recording? And even if you want to be a session player, you're going to be working with a lot of different people. So you would go to a studio and bring in some samples of your playing or send them. A lot of people now don't even want digipacks anymore, or like promo packs. They just want you to send everything digitally. You can tell them about yourself, your band, and send some samples and a couple pictures. But so that's the second thing. Know what it is that you want to do. What type of music, what genre, and what kind of people, obviously, that you would like to be around, and then what you want to do in the long term. Excuse me. And then, so third, then what you're going to do is, you've got your demo. Now you know what you want to do. Now it's time to actually look for people. I went to, for my area, it was Big Apple Music. And Last Unicorn, which is where they sold the cassette tapes and stuff. A lot of the musicians hung out at both of those. So there was a bulletin board. You could put up a sign saying, I'm a drummer. When I started out, I'm a drummer, songwriter. Influences include, and looking for, and then my contact information. That's all you have to do. I've gone into music shops and Big Apple Music, where people would be sitting there trying out new instruments that they're thinking about buying. And some of them sound really good. And I'm thinking, this one's playing such and such. That sounds like something that I would be down for doing. So I would go over, introduce myself, give my contact information, and say, look, I'm a drummer in the area. I'm thinking about starting the band. Another thing is, for me, back in the day, Penny Saver was huge. I know Lars and James Hetfield from Metallica, they ran an ad, drummer looking, guitarist looking. They ran forever, and then they finally contacted each other, and that's the story of how that all started. But you could do that. If you go to school, if you're still in school, college, whatever, you could, spread it around there. Obviously, social media. Number 4 is social media. Get on social media, whatever platform you like. I like some, I don't like others, what have you. Facebook is huge. Twitter is huge. You can get on there and you can even put your demos right on the pages. On my Araya page, there's samples of our music, which I took off of, and we're going to come back to this in a bit, but Reverb Nation. So you can do that. And then there's also a site called Bandmix, Bandmix, it's all one word, if you haven't heard of it, where it's like a it's like a phone book. It's like a directory of musicians from all over the place, and you put in there the style you play, how long you've played, what it is you're looking to do, what instrument you play, how serious are you, experience level, would you like to play frequently? I mean, it goes through all that. So then you can find people that way too. Obviously, stuff like Craigslist. That's how I met my wife, who initially I put on. I had studio time booked, and my singer had a once in a lifetime opportunity that she had to take, and I'm glad she did. But at the same time, I had studio time booked, and I had to run an ad quick saying, a couple weeks out, I got studio time and I need a female singer. I've got the tracks and the lyrics I can send you. We should meet. That's how I found my wife. She went in the studio, did a great job, and that's where it began. We've done 2 more CDs since then, and that was back in 2009. We did that first one. She came to the studio, she learned the material, she did a great job. So, there's all that. Fourth, like I said, is social media. You can get on there and put things on. The fifth thing that I put down is, what was the fifth thing I put down? Well, let's look at that real quick here. Yes. Duh. This is a big one. Shows. If you attend shows with local bands or famous bands, you tend to see other musicians there. And that is a good place to connect to and make connections. I know back in 2003, I saw Typo Negative in Syracuse, New York, at the Bridge Street Music Hall. And there was a group of locals that were into the music, the goth music, but there were also a bunch of them that were also Christians, which I thought was kind of cool. And we were in the back, and I was sitting in the back up on a high stand so that I could see over everybody's heads. And so I got to give my information to them. We all swapped information. So, some of us have stayed in touch and some not so much. But there's that. There's open mic nights. And, when you're a seasoned musician, it's like going back to kindergarten. But I'm not saying to play open mic nights. Unless you're bored and you just want something to do. But you don't have to go all the way back to the very beginning of everything in your career as a musician. But go there to find people. And when you go there, I would tell them, just tell whoever's running it, the bar owner or whoever, tell them, look, I'm here because I'm looking for a guitarist. Is there anybody that that's coming in that I should watch out for? And then just listen to the people for a while. And you can meet people that way and find bandmates that way. And then the last thing is, and I'm going to jump backwards a little bit because I said that I would mention it at the end, is Reverb Nation is a great tool. I'm finding this to be true more and more all the time. Because if you're not on Reverb Nation, check it out as a musician in a band. Because you can put photos, upload tracks. They don't even have to be professional. They can be tracks you did in the band room. You upload tracks, pictures, lyrics, band bios. It's like a whole press kit in one. So you save that, and what you do is you can post it all over, and I'll pull tracks off that and share them with people. And so it's a really cool tool to have. It's like having a full portfolio of your band in one spot, and almost everybody now has a cell phone and carries them, or an iPad or a tablet. You can pull it up, on the spot. You can also click on it and send it to the whole page to whoever would like to see your stuff, to see if they want to book you or whatever. Potential bandmates. So there's that, and I would recommend that highly. But definitely use Facebook. You can get in groups. I started a band page as a group. That is, it's Araya is here if you're interested. It's all one word. Araya is here. Araya. That's my band. I began it in high school. I was a drummer. I started playing bass to write the songs, lyrics. I sing and my wife co-lead vocals. On the recorded tracks for the latter 2 albums, she also played bass in the studio. So check it out. But it is on Facebook and on Reverb Nation. Araya is here. So, find ways. There's always ways. And like when I was trying to get in a band, And when I got the band going, then when we got like some band room good recordings, I would make a cassette tape and I would drop them at different places. And then you get your band to be known. And then from there you can start booking. Now, so that covers the first thing that I've been asked, and I see a lot popping up around social media. The second thing we're going to talk about on Wednesday, and that is, okay, I've got my band together. What now? What, and this is going to be called the absolute essential ingredient to making it in your band. Because there's something that always gets overlooked, and it makes the difference between a band that makes it and the band that doesn't. And we're going to get into that more on Wednesday. So I hope you come back and tune in and leave comments, please. I welcome comments. So let me go put this down. But let me know, like, if there's anything in here. Now, that's only 5 things. Obviously, there's so many more that, could be added to this. But that's only 5. And I'm not going to make a 30-hour video for you guys to cover everything that you can do to get started in putting a band together. But find people that you can trust. Find people that you get along with that are like you, have similar goals. Make sure that you're not going to get people that don't want to play out regularly, maybe more than once or twice a month. Excuse me. Because if you have those kinds of differences, then you're going to be more apt to have band splits, problems in the band. You don't want any of that. You don't need band conflict starting out. So make sure that you're all on the same page. If you want to record in studio and do studio recordings and be primarily a studio band like the Beatles, then let that be known up front. So get people like you together. And then I showed you through this video the 5 steps. Make a demo. Doesn't have to be top quality. Just should demonstrate your playing. That you can show people and send to people an email or whatever, or put on your Facebook page so that they can hear you play. And then know what you want to do, know your what you want to do at the end of it all, what you want to accomplish when all is said and done with your band. And then I told you where to go look for people. Do all those things, get your band together, and then we're going to go to the next step. And we'll do that on Wednesday. Leave a comment. Let me know what other things I didn't put in this video that you guys have used and that worked for you. Also, please ask me questions. I'm looking for more material for down the road, and I've got ideas, but I know there's things that musicians would like to know. So please ask anything. I'm disabled. I'm a Christian. I've been in a wheelchair since birth. I lost a leg, as I showed you guys back in 2013. Any questions? The life of a musician in any of those categories, or just how do I, anything with music, lessons, drumming, bass playing, lyric writing, what have you. I've done all of those. So that's that. All right. And leave comments. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click like on the video, share it. Help me grow my audience. I'm just getting started here. Quality will get better with my videos. I'll have other things, giveaways, whatever I'll have coming up. But for now, I'm here and I'm ready to work with you guys and give you what I've learned. So that's that, all right? Share, like, subscribe, click the bell so that you know when I'm on here and when I got things coming up. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. See you Wednesday. Have a great weekend.